this just materialized in thin air and followed us. I recently got from a research Ministry of Defense aerospace a drawing of exactly the same object from about 40 years earlier, and in Europe. It actually was in Europe. This was in the United States, and it literally followed us and manifested after we began to vector them in consciousness. Let's go to here, the Phoenix. This is 97. I apologize for the error. Phoenix. This is the Phoenix Light. What no one knows, that we have not talked about publicly much, is that this was a close encounter of the fifth kind. I was on a flight flying into Phoenix this night, and my team had made contact with this huge craft, and it had been with us in Mexico the week before. And we asked it to come there because I was putting together a videotape summary to give to the President and members of Congress in a briefing I was doing in April of 1997. And so we were right underneath where this happened. And when we had asked the ETs to cooperate with this effort to brief Congress, this is what showed up that night. And at about 8:30. And it was a huge object. Now the governor of Arizona has finally come clean and said, yes, of course, I saw it, it was real. And that was a beautiful event.
Leading combat troops in Korea in one of the bloodiest wars we've ever had. And the rest, I guess you could say, is history. I led combat troops in Korea in 1951. I spent 27 years on active duty, and I also was involved in the war in Southeast Asia in 1970, where I was part of an organization that gathered intelligence in the jungles of Southeast Asia, South Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. And let me tell you, some of those years were rather harrowing. The most harrowing friend of mine, Andrew Collins, made me a drawing of this star constellation. And the next artifact from the same place is one big jade stone cup and 12 little cups. The big cup inside is very magnetical, outside nearly not magnetical. I asked several geologists if that is possible. They said no, because if any stone has iron material inside the stone, it must be magnetical, pure gold. And the last information I got was that he cut the plate into two pieces and he sold one half. The silver and the third plate are now in a private collection, and he allowed my friend Jay Goldner, who is also a very great crop circle researcher, to make replicas. And he started and researched more the points on those plates, and if you look the deep points in the plate, they are looking like a kind of star constellation. But how comes that overnight appears
I've never been to Spain before. It is one of my places one of my favorite places. I love the Italians. Now I'm learning to love the Spaniards. In Italian, I learned to say this, and I will say it to you, and I understand you know the meaning of it. In closing, I want to say to you all, ti amo.
Bien, ha llegado el momento del descanso y quería comentarles que justo... You need a microphone if you want to...
Cuidado. Esto promete, esto promete.
We just want to say something here. This is Henry Deacon from Project Camelot, for those of you who are still familiar with our website. And he's here today, and he's here at the conference. He has something he'd like to say, Bob. About Mars. About Mars.
I don't have any words, but Bob has expressed everything that I would have said. I can confirm it because I've been working in top secrets for 30 years above top secrets. We've shared a common background, but I just met him recently here. And I can only say that, yes, there's life on Mars, there are bases on Mars. I've been there. And
I didn't even get started on telling you some of the things I wanted to share this afternoon about who and what is on the moon and Mars, but Henry does.
It's a long story, as he said. There's not enough time to put it all together. Except that it's a positive story, it's not one of fear. He showed a picture of the Mother Earth, and it's giving birth, and there's birth pain, but there's a child being born. And just forget about the fear, because that's just a really temporary thing. So, a friend of mine, Angelica, who no one knows, in the UK, she calls it the Emerald Planet. And it's alive, yes, it's very much alive. We're a part of that life form, and it spreads, the life spreads throughout this whole galaxy. And the rest of our family is watching and waiting and helping quietly behind the scenes. And I've been fortunate enough to be able to meet family that don't just live here on Terra for a long, long time, even before I was in government work. So thank you.
Okay. Henry Deacon, for those of you who don't know,